have few graphs. That is number first, in first section we will study about position time graph. ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट जो ग्राफ होगा हमारा दैट इज पोजीशन टाइम ग्राफ फॉर स्टेशनरी object. Stationary object, that is the object which doesn't change its position. This is stationary object. तो इस टाइप से हम इसका ग्राफ ड्रॉ करेंगे कि because of we are drawing the graph between position and time here. So one axis is time axis here, this is time axis here, and this axis is position axis here. टाइम को यहाँ मार्क करेंगे. Now let's say कोई ऑब्जेक्ट अगर x पोजीशन पर है इनिशियल टाइम से ही, हमने देखा टाइम इंक्रीज होता जा रहा है, टाइम इज गोइंग ऑन, 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, but we find that the position is 5 meter over here. The position doesn't change, but time is running here. This graph is parallel to the time axis. For such graph, slope is always 0. ठीक है ना, बिकॉज ऑफ स्लोप हमें क्या बताता है, स्लोप गिव्स अस अबाउट द वेलोसिटी. ठीक है, नाउ अभी स्लोप के बारे में आपको आइडिया मिल जाएगा. दैट इज नाउ आई एम ड्रॉइंग हियर द ग्राफ बिटवीन पोजीशन टाइम, अगेन द पोजीशन टाइम ग्राफ for uniform motion. If an object changes its position, equal displacements in equal interval of time. ऐसी definition है. If an object is in uniform motion, then it covers equal distances in equal interval of time. ठीक है ना, equal distances in equal interval of time. ठीक है, ये हमारा किसका डेफिनेशन हो गई, यूनिफॉर्म मोशन की डेफिनेशन हो गई. तो जब मैं इसका ग्राफ यहां ड्रॉप करूंगा, दैट इज दिस इज टाइम एक्सिस, दिस इज पोजीशन एक्सिस, फाइन. एंड ओरिजिन पर पार्टिकल की कोई अपनी कोई इनिशियल पोजीशन होगी सपोज. सो इफ द बॉडी कवर्स इक्वल distances in equal time intervals, so what will happen, such graphs are straight line graph. So here on this graph, let me choose 2 points, that is point A and point number B here. ठीक है, so here at the time t1, let's say the position is x1. At the time t2, let's say the position is x2 here. So what is the change in position? Delta x is equal to x2 minus x1, fine. And what is the time interval? What is this time interval? Please tell me. This is t2 minus t1, that is delta t I can write here. So if I draw this graph, ये जो इसको अगर मैं सेलेक्ट करता हूं, जिसको मैं हाईलाइट कर रहा हूं, ठीक है, इसको मैं सेलेक्ट करता हूं, ध्यान से समझना आप. इस पोर्शन को अगर मैं सेलेक्ट करता हूं, then what we will find here, that is this is a triangle here, this is a triangle here, AB. I can say this is N point and this is the slope angle. Very good. So this is the triangle I am choosing from the graph. That is, this is N, this is A, this is B here, this is delta X. इसके बारे में हम स्टडी कर चुके हैं पहले भी. This is angle theta. So the slope is equal to tan theta, and it is equal to perpendicular upon base. And what is the perpendicular here? Perpendicular is delta x upon delta t, and delta x upon delta t gives us about the information of velocity. ये बात समझ में आ गई आपको? जल्दी बोलिए. ठीक है, this is what
Yes,
change in
sir.
position, this is what change
In
in
position.
position, and change in position is called beta displacement. Displacement, and this is what time interval. Fine, so it is what velocity. Now here, now let's analyze the thing. Since velocity is equal to delta x upon delta t, if I increase the change in position, then velocity also increases. Yes or no? Please reply.
Yes, sir.
When velocity increases, then slope also increases.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
because of slope is directly proportional to the change in position, and also this tan theta is also increases when, and also theta also increases. Okay everyone,
Yes, sir.
ठीक है ना? So this is the relation. So this is the relation, that is what is the graph of uniform motion. So if you have two graphs for two different bodies, and one having this position, one having this position, this graph, then the graph of A having greater angle, the theta A angle is greater angle than the theta B. So theta A is greater than theta B. It means tan theta A is also greater than tan theta B, and
B.
also delta x is delta x A is greater than delta x B, and also velocity of A is greater than velocity of B.
B.
ये कंक्लूजन समझ में आ गए सभी को?
Yes, sir.
Clear? So what is the meaning? Here the slope gives us the information about the velocity. ठीक है ना? किसके बारे में स्लोप हमें इंफॉर्मेशन देगा? वेलोसिटी के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन देगा. Now let's see another graph here. Now let's see here another graph. Another graph, that is, since this graph belongs to the uniform motion, now I am drawing the graph for the non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion is always accelerated motion. Listen, why it is called always the accelerated motion? Because of acceleration is what? Delta V upon delta t. Okay, students, change in velocity, change in velocity. So here, if I draw like this, time and position, this graph is uniform. When this graph is uniform, it means at every point the slope is equal. It means the velocity of position, the velocity at point A is equal to the velocity at point B is equal to the velocity at point C. So what is the change in velocity? Please tell me. Again 0. Okay. So when change in velocity is 0, it means this is zero acceleration motion. It means this is unaccelerated motion. If I talk about the accelerated motion here, so let's see the graph. This is time and position graph. Time and position graph. And the position of the particle is varying like this. Like this. ठीक है, ये चीज समझ में आई सबको? ठीक है, like this.
Yes.
अब देखिए यहां पर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात है. Let's say I am choosing numerous points are here. This is point number A. This is point number B. This is point number C. This is point number D. This is point number E. मैंने इतने सारे पॉइंट चूज कर लिए, ठीक है ना? सो थोड़ा सा ध्यान देना आप लोग. Now draw a line parallel to the time axis. Draw the line parallel to the time axis, and now draw the tangent here. अब टेंजेंट भी ड्रॉ करना है. देखिए, ठीक है, अब यहाँ पर मैंने टेंजेंट ड्रॉ कर दिया, यहाँ पर भी मैंने टेंजेंट ड्रॉ कर दिया, यहाँ पर भी मैंने टेंजेंट ड्रॉ कर दिया. What you come to know here, that is this angle, this angle. This is what theta A. This is what theta B angle. This is theta C angle. This is theta D angle. And this is theta E angle. So what is the symmetry? All angles are same or gradually changing?
Sir, increasing.
Increasing. The angles are increasing. Okay. So here theta E is greater than theta D is greater than theta C is greater than theta B is greater than theta A. So it means slope of E is greater than the slope of A. It means the E point is at higher velocity, D point is just less than E point. ठीक है, तो वेलोसिटी भी कैसी होती जाएगी जल्दी बताइए, कम होती जाएगी। कैसी होती जाएगी? इट विल डिक्रीज। ठीक है, ए पॉइंट पर पहुंचने पर। सो मैक्सिमम कहां रहेगी वेलोसिटी? वेलोसिटी विल बी मैक्सिमम एट ई पॉइंट। फाइन। नाउ change in velocity does not equal to zero, hence hence the acceleration does not equal to zero. When acceleration does not equal to zero, then this is accelerated motion। ठीक है ना, कौन सा मोशन हो जाएगा? एक्सेलरेटेड मोशन। अब यहां पर भी दो कंडीशन होंगी। व्हाट आर द टू कंडीशन? दैट इज नंबर वन, इफ these theta A, theta B and theta C, these are changing uniformly, these are changing uniformly, it means this is the uniform accelerated motion. If they are not changing uniformly, it means this is accelerated motion. But which type of acceleration? Non-uniform acceleration. The different type of graph, that is time and position graph here, like this. In the previous graph, स्लोप जो था थीटा ए वो कम था और थीटा ई ज्यादा था, लेकिन यहां पर हम देख रहे हैं टेंजेंट ड्रॉ करेंगे, टेंजेंट ड्रॉ करेंगे, देन थीटा ए is greater and gradually this is theta B, C, D and E. Theta A is very lesser. Theta E कैसा है जल्दी बोलिए?
Lesser.
Then theta A. ये पॉइंट समझ में आ गया सभी को? ठीक है, तो
Sir, velocity
at this point the velocity E is final velocity, final velocity. Wait beta Piyush, just wait please. And at A here the velocity VA is initial velocity. What is the acceleration? Final
time minus.
velocity minus initial velocity upon time.
Yes,
So
sir.
since the slope theta E is lesser than theta A, so the velocity of E point is lesser than the velocity of A point. So that's why the final velocity is lesser. Final velocity will lesser. So the sign of the acceleration is negative.
Negative.
Okay. So this is what? This is accelerated motion. But this is which type of accelerated? Negative accelerated motion. So this is about the position time graph. Chaliye, thank you so much. God bless you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, beta. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.